We are in the morning of competition day for this Chuck Wagon cook-off, and I am with the vice president of the association that puts all this together. And I haven't told my viewers anything about the association, how it's connected with the museum or anything like that. So introduce yourself and kind of fill in the blanks for me.
Okay, my name is Bob Weiss, and I'm actually the vice president of the museum, not the Chuck Wagon Association.
Okay.
Our museum is the organization that hosts the Chuck Wagon. This is our 26th year for hosting this Chuck Wagon, and the main thing for us is it's our biggest fundraiser for the museum every year. So it's really important for us to have the Chuck Wagon, so it's always good for us. The more wagons that show up, the better for us. This is, as you can see from the field, we're pretty full this year. We have 15 wagons this year, so a lot of people are participating. As I'm sure everybody knows, the whole COVID thing has really messed with all the other Chuck Wagon cook-offs, and we're the one of, I heard the Chuck Wagon president talking yesterday about, I think there's maybe 2 more, but I know the actual president of the organization, he said that this is his first Chuck Wagon of the year and his last Chuck Wagon cook-off of the year. So it has really messed up with everything. So we're really glad that we were able to pull it off this year, that we had cooperation from the local authorities. Of course, it's all outside, which really helps.
Right, exactly. Now, in most of the cook-off situations I've been to, all of the contestants get the same type of ingredients, such as your meats and potatoes, that type of thing. How does that work here, and have they already gotten their ingredients?
Right, we do the same thing here, so everybody is on the same playing field. Everybody's making the same meal to be judged. And we start out in the evening. We used to take around a lot of the dry goods, and then this morning we took around all the cold stuff like the meat items and butter, eggs, milk, stuff like that went out this morning. And then yesterday afternoon we took out, we're doing peach cobblers, so we took out the canned peaches, the flour, and things like that. Beans, we took all those out yesterday.
I see.
And then we start out, we started delivering stuff about 6:30 this morning. Everybody's out here starting fires about 5:30, 6 o'clock in the morning, so we get everything out to them early to get started, because it's not like cooking at home. You know, everything's done from scratch over an open fire, most of it in a Dutch oven, so it takes a while to get everything going.
Yes, sir. Now, a lot of my viewers have asked me to share recipes, and you know, I've found that that's kind of tough to get out of some of these cooks, especially on the day that they're competing. It's not like I'm going to pass that information around to any of the other competitors, but how much freedom do the cooks have to kind of dress up the ingredients that they're provided for this meal?
I don't think they can start adding a lot of spices or anything like that to it. They are going to be judged, and so they know that each one of their food items is going to be judged in comparison to the others. So they have to be pretty close to what the Chuck Wagon Association says is supposed to be for that recipe, I assume. I'm not real sure exactly how close they have to be on everything, because things will be a little different, but you know, mashed potatoes are mashed potatoes and things like that, and beans are beans. But I know that if you go around tasting them all, there's going to be some differences in them, what people want to put in.
Yes. Kent Rollins.
Oh yeah.
Has he ever come to this?
Not since I've been here, I don't think.
Okay.
Not that I recognize. I'm the same way. I'm lucky if I remember somebody's name 10 minutes after I met them. So I'm absolutely horrible on names.
All right. Well, thank you very much for enlightening us a little bit. And is there anything that you would like to conclude with? And I think it's wonderful, you know, that all of this is tied to Charles Goodnight, the man who invented these vehicles. And
yeah, surely, I guess if everybody's kind of familiar with the Charles Goodnight history, they know that the Goodnight house is only about 15 miles down the road. And of course, he started out with the J.A. Ranch, built by John Adair, And if you've taken any pictures of the hospital, you notice that it says the Adair Hospital. So that was done by Cornelia Adair after John died. And Cornelia Adair did quite a bit for the town of Clarendon. There's quite a few buildings still standing here that she built. The museum was built back in 1911 and was originally for the Adair Cowboys.
Yeah.
That's what it was built for.
Actually, I was working with the Sidekick here in Clarendon for a while. We interviewed quite a number of old-timer ranchers and cowpokes. And we also did a video tour of the museum.
Oh, good. Yeah.
So we had a lot of fun doing that, and that's available on my channel as well.
For a town this size, I feel it's quite a hospital. I mean, quite a museum in the hospital. And of course, we managed to get the old depot moved down here. And we're in the process. I don't know if you went over and took any pictures of the wagon that we received from
I
the
was
Brumley
just noticing
family
that yesterday.
in Groom, that we received that wagon with the understanding that we would build a building big enough for it to be housed, set up like the wagons are out here. So it takes about 20 by 25 feet.
Yeah.
So we're actually going to build a building quite a bit bigger than that. But we're in the fundraising mode for doing that. But yeah, if you'd like to go over and kind of take a look at that wagon, it's quite a wagon. Mr. Brumley built quite a few, and this was his personal wagon. And evidently none of the other family wanted to continue on. And so they finally came up with the idea to donate it to our museum, and we were very fortunate that he did that. And Mr. Brumley has now passed on, unfortunately, but we're looking to continue his legacy on keeping that wagon alive and having it on display so that people can come out and see a full displayed wagon at any time they come through the museum.
Yes. All right. Well, thank you very much for spending some time with me this morning. I know you're busy.
Oh yeah, there's always things to do on Saturday morning.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks for coming. We appreciate it.
You bet.
This time, if you all join me for rides, we're going to do the national anthem as Katie asked me.
That's what I need to know. If that lady could get out of the shot, we can get a great shot. Ma'am.
I just didn't ask the right person.
At least that's what I thought I remembered. Excuse me.
I'm pretty good. How about yourselves?
Good.
Are y'all from Clarendon or someplace else? Okay.
Yeah, right over here.
Do you mind if I capture a short interview? Where are you folks from?
Borger?
Oh, from Borger, okay. And you came down specifically, what, to pick up some food?
Get some food and watch a friend that's entered in the competition.
Oh, okay. Well, excellent. So when you purchased your tickets, did you specifically request food from their wagon?
We did, but they only had one ticket left, and
Oh,
there's 3 of us. So.
well, did you get at least one meal from their wagon?
No, they said they'd have some leftovers, though. We'd be able to at least
okay.
taste it.
All right.
So.
All right. Well, thank y'all very much, and good luck.
you.
I'm not a player. Just throw it on. Yeah, just throw it on.
Thank you. I'm gonna go get some tea real quick. Never mind, that's a big one. I ain't trying to
I feel you.
Yeah. Okay. They even had microwave ovens. Plugged them into them sagebrushes.
Oh, your horse. You didn't train your horse. Not yet. We're working on that. On both?
Very good. How are you?
Good. And how are you? Thank you.
You're going to have the best taste in the world right there.
How you doing?
There you go.
What am I supposed to do with these?
I'll take them here in just 1 second. We're both on both.
Thank you. You're welcome.
There you go.
Was I supposed to get a plate from somewhere? Oh, okay. I was
Yes.
like, crap, I didn't get one.
Okay, I need
You didn't get one?
I got it.
Well, how you gonna eat?
Well, I guess I'm just going to eat out of my hand.
Well, that'll work.
I'm a little slow. We had to change there.
It's okay. You're not
How come you get 2 of them then?
Because one's for me, one's
She's
for Mom.
special.
Oh, okay. I see.
And
We'll
them
agree.
beans are probably the best in the world right there.
Good. They better be.
I'm a whistleberry.
You want it on the meat too?
It doesn't matter.
Them aren't beans,
I
I'm a
asked before I
whistleberry.
do it.
You ever have any whistleberry?
Yeah, all the time.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
Have you ever had any whistleberries?
Oh, yes, sir.
Look at here.
Yes, sir.
I'm a world famous whistleberry.
I understand.
100% octane.
I have a
And
very,
I'll guarantee they will make you whistle.
I've got a very good friend who has now passed away, but he was known for his cowboy poetry. He entertained out at the Big Texan. His name is Hody Porterfield, and he wrote a cowboy poem about whistleberries.
Okay.
Well, then he wound up teaming up with Ed Montana, who is a regional entertainer, is on television a lot, and
Right here, right here.
he has a cowboy band that plays at Coors Ranch Rodeo. Ed Montana set that poem to music, and he and Hody made a recording of the Whistleberry song.
Okay, I have never heard that. I'll
Well,
have to look that up. That's what I'm famous for, is my whistleberry.
well, all right.
That looks good.
Yeah, we on my website and everything. Like I said, I do a lot of catering and barbecuing, and that's my famous thing. Listen.
Okay. Well, since you're on camera right now, give us an indication of how we find you online.
Lucky's Barbecue and Catering.com.
All right. No spaces.
No spaces.
And you don't even have to use capital letters.
You don't have to.
And don't
You
have
just
to use.
put Lucky's in there, and it'll just about come up. We've been doing it for about 30 years. We've been on national TV a lot of times. We run the barbecue, the KCBS barbecue circuit for about 20 years, 25 years.
Okay.
And I really enjoy doing that, but we just got so busy catering,
Right.
we don't have time to do it anymore.
I can understand that.
And like I said, we were ranked about number 5 in the world at one time when we were doing all of the competitions.
I see. I see. And how many times have you been at this competition?
This first time.
They're going to there.
All right.
And you're looking at the winner right now. Because we don't take second place.
Okay.
Yeah, we had names.
Our boy that
judges.
cooked with us last night took second place, and that's below the winner. You know, that's
Well, now you've got tough competition here this year. Now, one of them has dropped out. The C4B
Second round of judges.
Wagon is not here this year.
okay.
But
They knew I was coming, that's why they dropped out.
it could be. Could very well be.
They're judging on the second platter. She wants to talk to you.
Okay, well, she brought tickets to you a minute ago to fill them for us for over there. We're the second group. So somebody got the tickets, but so we're just back to pick them up as we're making our rounds. The other girls already done their part.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
We didn't either.
Well, we just gave 2 or 3 tickets to one of y'all. So I don't know who she gave them to. I'll go ask her.
This kind of a ticket, or
Yes. Well, yes.
now what's this for?
That's the one they gave.
Okay,
We're picking up for judges.
judges.
For judges?
Yes.
Well, we already
I
turned our
know,
judges
but
stuff.
they get a meal.
Oh, they get
okay.
All right.
Who did you get?
How many meals?
I didn't.
Just that one.
One meal?
Just one meal?
Shirley is in.
Okay, then I'll.
That was it.
Okay.
I'm sorry I confused you.
Yeah, I didn't know what you was talking about.
Right here. Yeah. Okay. One. There you go. And she's got silverware.
I'm waiting for my husband.
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay. Meat and potatoes. Thank you, ma'am.
They're judging it, so that's up to you.
Well, they don't.
How are they judging this? They're
Not supposed to have no whipped
other containers
no gravy.
are supposed to be judging, so I don't know.
I'm good. I found y'all. And they said no gravy on the
Right.
there. They gave them gravy. We're sorry. It was hard to miss us.
That must be a dinner for one of the judges or something. I don't know.
You want it on both?
Very likely.
But I don't know either. But I know they had the judging containers.
Yeah.
That was what we were supposed to be judging.
Yeah. And all the judges have to taste out of that.
Yes.
Stopping in.
So I don't know what this ticket's for.
Yeah. Well, maybe each judge picks out their favorite wagon. I don't know.
Could be. Now I don't know.
I know they keep me in the dark too.
Keep you in the dark.
Yeah, and I'm a documentarian. I'm supposed to know what's happening ahead of time so I can be there, you know.
Okay.
Right. But the C-Bar-C has won a national championship 10 times at the National Cowboy Symposium. So
We were down there
Sue
last-
is down here now.
We were down there in Dosa last fall, and C-Bar-C won down there.
Yes, sir.
I was cooking with another team at that time. I didn't have my own team.
Okay.
Right here.
Since we've started our own team, we have one grand champion at every event we've been.
Excellent.
Good. How you doing?
Excellent.
Like I said,
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Oh, yeah. All the good stuff.
so we don't want to change tracks, you know.
Fabulous.
Exactly. Go with what works.
Uh-oh, you're up.
Meat and
Yes, please.
But I guess they canceled the National Symposium this year.
Yes. Yeah, that should have been last weekend, actually. In Lubbock.
Weekend in Dosa.
Oh, now they've canceled that one as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
tickets there?
Yes, I'll take them.
Tickets? Okay.
Thank you, ma'am. And she's got what plastic. There you go.
I bet y'all gonna have
You want me to put these in your pocket too?
No. That is
It'll fit right down there. Okay, well.
Thank you.
All right.
I bet y'all gonna have enough to feed these college girls too.
I bet we will.
Hard workers.
If you don't eat it all now. Okay.
Unless you want a little gravy in a cup.
All right, let's do one more cut on how people can get a hold of you online.
They can get a hold of me at luckysbarbecueandcatering.com.
Yeah, sure.
Like I said, it's got a menu on there and everything. We used to have our prices even on there, but since the COVID, prices have fluctuated so much that you don't know where you're at from one day to the next.
Right, and I suppose your website has a contact form so
Yes,
they
it
can
does.
contact you if they want to have you come out to 120, 50 guest wedding reception or
Well, we'll take them up to 1,000 or more.
Okay.
We've done a lot of them at 12, 1,500, 2,500.
all right.
And,
Do you do working ranch
we will.
work as well?
Yes, we'll set up a chuck wagon if they want, or we'll just come and cater.
We've got a very good longtime friend. We used to, well, we nicknamed him Tomaine Ted.
Okay.
Now, he's no longer around. I don't know if he started eating his own food or what the deal was, but he's no longer around. So a lot of those ranches that had been using him year in and year out, I think some of them don't use a wagon any longer. So I will pass some information along.
We're noted for beef brisket. And we noted, like I said, we were 5th in the world with our beef brisket at one time.
All right.
And, like I said, we was on Food Network channel for several years, you know.
Okay.
Glad to have you.
Like I said, they
So you're not limited to just authentic cowboy chuck
No, we
wagon
can do any
stuff.
kind of cooking that a person wants.
All right.
So
you're in competition with Kent Rollins then?
oh yes.
And all that.
All right. Well, I'm glad to see somebody.
I really think he's in competition with me.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, you know,
Gotcha.
I think he probably got all these secrets from me.
Or the idea, you know. All right. Well, thank you very much.
All right, thank you.